Hey Krishna, how you doing? Hey Kasa. Wow. Christmas parties. Yeah, Kasa, I know a bit about those. They are rough. It completely destroyed my voice when I tried one. But yeah, I'm sure it could be fun. Sounds like you had fun. We're back on the Blitz today, and our first opponent who has challenged before I even got on. It's Amadeus. Oh, well, at least you knew what to expect, I suppose, because he shouted all night. I know a bit about that. I ruined my voice doing that. Wow, Amadeus has been watching Bloby. Feels bad, man. Now he's going down, just gave away a piece for no good reason at the beginning. It's not just that white gives away a piece, it's also the fact that black's development is so much better than white's. I mean, look at this. I'm crushing on number of pieces and the number of pieces I developed. Hey Jake, how are you doing? Did you see that Magnus is number one in fantasy? Is he still, though? I saw he was number one after the Liverpool result. But to be fair, he had both Mane and Salah, and I think he captained Salah. I don't feel that's fully... We're going to have to give him some more time. I benched Lundstrom, so I'm pretty unhappy. And also Rico on my bench. I think my bench has just as many points as my players on the pitch. But what are you going to do? Yeah, 32 points on Salah. That's pretty sick. We actually played each other in our chess league. And I beat him the other week, so that was good. But that was just one game week. Overall, he's had quite a decent season. And I benched Lundstrom for Baldock, the other Sheffield United guy. And I bought Abraham, thinking that he was going to score a couple of goals. And he didn't. And if I hadn't bought Abraham, I would have just played Lundstrom instead. So fantasy is rough at the moment. Heard he managed around 100 kick-ups at Tata Steel. I don't think 100 is considered impressive, though. I don't know. When I went to middle school and elementary school, all of everyone had really solid numbers. And I was just terrible. I had 24 at some point, which I later improved to 44 or something. But yeah. My technique is not great. But on the other hand, if I get between you and the goal, you're not getting past me. So I have other good qualities. Hey Vortex, how are you doing? Yes, everyone, my match against Sergei Movsesian has been scheduled. The Banter Blitz Cup next week. It's happening. Okay, next up is Tari for a 5-minute game. I think the live ratings is something they find on this Football Fix app. It's an app that specializes in such things. Horatio coming in with the 11-month resub. Thank you so much. Queen E2, I think, is the hammer repertoire recommendation. And then we take this one. Because now he has to take with the G pawn. Which it makes the H pawn isolated. And it also means that he cannot castle kingside because of stuff. Useful sources for the Sveshnikov. Actually, Vortex, it's funny that you ask, because Chessable, one of the sister companies of Play Magnus, recently released a complete Sveshnikov repertoire based on the stuff Magnus played in his World Championship match against Fabiano. Let me see if I can find that for you. Bloby! How are you doing? Thank you so much for the 8-month resub. And thank you for encouraging people to play the Cochrane's Gambit against me. A guy just did it and he went down in 20 moves. Yeah, here it is. I'll send it to you. I should start sending the links with, I don't know, some kind of promotion codes or something. Evening, Pizza Racer. How are you doing? And hello to Torquay as well. How many points per week is good in fantasy? You need 60 points to have a good week. I had a very good week last week. I was among the top scorers in all the world last week. I scored 93 points. But it's not an everyday occurrence. Okay, we're going to play C3 just to control some dark squares. We already got very good light squared control over here with the E4, F5, H5. All of that stuff is covered. We got to take control over some dark squares as well. What would you recommend after a weird pierce with C6? Is that an attempt at kind of getting out of my recommended lines? Jake, I think I would recommend something like A4. And then it would be very similar to the delayed Philidor variations I analyze in my video series. Oh, Chris, yeah, feels bad. On the other hand, I had Vardy as a captain, so really having Mané as a captain is not that big of a deal because almost everyone had Vardy and Mané scored more points than Vardy, so it's fine. I'm feeling bad about benching Lindstrom and Rico. Evening, Balash. How are you doing? Okay, I did not play this very well. I let him take my bishop. I let this man take my bishop. And I didn't really even register that I did that. That's not something you should do. Now he's getting rid of all the pieces. Okay, but we have some options. This queen is kind of located... Yeah, I was going to say it's poorly located, but at the same time, if I try to go here, then he starts to go down here. Yeah, I massively misplayed this. We're going to have to start with c4 to restrict where this queen can move. And he's going to go queen a5, and then we'll do... Okay, queen b6. Same idea. Doesn't really matter. Queen b4. Whatever. We'll give the king an escape square on the side. Is he now going to try to take my pawns over here? Because I do not have a response to that. You know what? I think let's keep the bishops on the board. Because also now I'm going to get the pawn on f7. And that's going to be interesting. Why didn't Magnus decide to solve global warming or ending war instead of crushing everyone in chess and FPL? You know, it's outrageous, is what it is, Marius. Okay, are we gonna get the queen trade? This is gonna be a weird end game. I'm a pawn up, but at the same time, it's not really that clear. Actually, maybe it is clear. I can probably get a passed pawn on the G file. That looks pretty good. Is it Ariantari? No, it's not Oslo. This is an Uzbeki flag? No, it's a Tajik flag. I think probably Tajik. Oh, Gabon. I was off by an entire continent. Okay, first priority is to get the king involved, also so that I prevent him from getting his king involved. And now we got this completely under control. Yeah, no, I thought it was completely fair, Marius. That brain of his, he really... But the same is true for every chess player. The fact that any chess player at a decent level has chosen to use their head to play a board game, it's outrageous. Not interested in the Fortnite Star Wars thingy? No, Hiata man. I thought the Fortnite update was really bad. I was actually planning on streaming some Fortnite on Thursday. And yeah, after the update, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. What's going on here? Is this man close to actually making a draw? Unbelievable. You know what? I think we're actually going to have to put the pawn on a dark square, which is not really something we want to do, but we want to keep the pawns alive for as long as possible while we kind of take care of business on the other side. You see a lot of Christmas stuff. Where, Hiata man? It's not that I hate Christmas. I'm not a massive fan. I was actually in downtown Oslo today. I was in some shops. A weekend, two weekends before Christmas. A Saturday, 2 weekends before Christmas. Oof. It's rough. So many people. Oh, he's planning to go here. I get what you're trying to do now. Hammer the real Grinch? Well, the Grinch really did want to celebrate Christmas, though. I don't know if you caught the end of that story. Hey, wee Wims, how are you doing? Okay, let's go here. You're hoping Magnus will write an autobiography? I think that's fairly likely to happen, Kasa. I think there's a lot of people who would want to write a book about him. And I think at some point Magnus probably could spare some time to have some author talk to him. I don't think Magnus is going to write something himself. That's fair. Magnificent ending. Yes, we wins. One pawn is all it takes to win. Magnus isn't an intellectual, but we all know Hammer is. Wow, Oslo. I can honestly say I have never been called an intellectual before. I haven't read a book in a decade. I feel like that's a pretty automatic disqualifying factor. Get ahead of the curve and write a book about him. I considered writing a book about Magnus 3 years ago, something like that, 4 years ago. But I can't be bothered to read them, can't be bothered to write them. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be the best move. I'm revealing big opening prep right here. Will Vishy get a wild card for Grand Chess Tour next year? I don't know. I didn't even realize that was on the table. I mean, I'm assuming the answer is yes, because there's going to be a tournament in India. If they didn't give Vishy a wild card to play in the Indian tournament, that would be kind of weird. I don't think people fully understand how big Vishy is in India. I think it's difficult for us to understand. But like his Twitter account is at the size of Magnus's. Maybe it's even bigger. India is a pretty big country, and Vishy is pretty famous within India. Vishy in India bigger than Magnus in Norway? I can't possibly imagine that, we wimps. But the fact that Norway has 5 million people and India has 1 billion, that real numbers do count for something. It was 1 billion when I was in school, Walker boy. Don't come here making me feel old. You feel about Disneyland the way I feel about Christmas. Very, very overrated. Yeah, I think that's fair. I once was in Disneyland. I vaguely remember seeing Winnie the Pooh. I was going to take with the bishop, but then he has knight g3. So probably we should take with the rook. Threaten g4. How many people out of those 5 million know who Magnus is? 4? Yeah, I think 4 is a fair guess. I mean, Magnus is genuinely an A-lister, which is pretty insane. Cult following, yeah. Oh, really? Is that true, Riata Man? That's very funny. Also, what's funny is that this black king did not castle and is about to get whooped. I don't know, wee whims. I consider myself a C-list celebrity in Norway. Maybe D. C or D. It's not so bad. I've been to casting interviews for reality shows. Oh, that's very C-listing. Don't make Shanklин's mistakes. But to be fair, I would be better in a reality show than Sam. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so he's planning to take this pawn. Are we going to do something about it? We really want to stop him from castling, to be honest. But we also want to stop him from taking this pawn. Actually, this was kind of annoying. I should have played c3. We're going to take this one and then go rook b3. Solving everything. And here now he's in a pin. So now it's just game over. Which one? I'm not sure I can say, Jake. I don't fully remember whether I signed something. I think kind of the fact that it's supposed to be a secret. It was a celebrity. I can say this. It was a celebrity version of a TV show. Maybe I've already mentioned it on stream. But it wasn't the normal version. It was the celebrity version. That's how big of a C-lister I am. What was the rejection letter like? It wasn't like... It was... I didn't actually get a letter. That actually, you're touching on a very sensitive topic. They didn't have the decency to tell me, we've gone for someone else. I just never heard back from them, which was kind of disappointing. Hey, GM in the DMs. Hey, Alan. Oh, all the Norwegians popping up in chat, wanting to know which show. Okay, I guess I can say it. It's a long time ago. They never invited me for more casting interviews since. It was Farman. I wouldn't have done very well. It's the most difficult of all reality shows. Okay, that's not true, but it's pretty rough. They don't... You are withheld food in that reality show. Much like Sam's, actually. The jungle experience thingy. But people withholding food from me, it wouldn't work well. But that being said, they made a big mistake. Anyone who knows me know they made a big mistake. I would be one of the most brilliant reality show participants ever. They missed out. Not playing Evan's Gambit? No. We're sticking with the repertoire. We have faith in it still. Sumka. Oh, We Whims? Marie participated in a TV show? I didn't know that. I played her once when I was a kid. She beat me. But to be fair, she was much stronger than me at the time. What kind of show was it? Also, what is the hammer recommendation in this position? Knight A3 is what they do, right? Why did you ever want to be in a reality show anyway? Well, the thing is, Ryatsa man, whenever you're invited to the celebrity versions of the reality shows, it's quite a decent payday. And in addition, you can make revenue for yourself just by heightening your profile. And your opportunities to get like corporate gigs and stuff like that is much higher after having done something like that. Hey Shay, how are you doing? Paradise Hotel next. Instead of sacrificing pieces, you sacrifice humans. I don't know. I have not watched a single episode of Paradise Hotel, but judging by the people who are famous on account of having been on that show, I'm thinking I wouldn't be a great fit. I don't know if anyone in chat has that same feeling, but I don't think I'm the kind of person they're looking for. Secret Story. I don't know what that is. Can you explain the concept, Bobby? I feel like I'm in a position to capture lots of stuff. And there will be a pin and an attack and something. Oh my god, I'm very low on time. Each participant has a secret story. Okay. Sounds interesting. When was this, Bloby? Is it a long time ago? I completely missed that he made a move. That's causing some headaches. I can't pre-move if he's kind of watching me make my move. We're gonna need a bit of a miracle here, boys. I was not paying attention. 6 years ago, wow. Is he checking my pre-moves? Wow, he actually went out there. That's very risky. That's pretty risky as well. Wow, he's offering a draw. No, I'll give it to you, dude. I was not paying attention. It's not worth making a draw. If I was paying attention, I would win it anyway. Oh, he actually resigns? Wow. I get away with not paying attention. But I don't know what happened there. I lost 27 seconds on this move. I didn't even register that he had made a move. That's weird. I didn't register that he made a move. I was so into the chat conversation. I was really expecting you guys to follow up on some stuff, and no one was writing in chat. It turns out I wasn't making any moves either. I don't know, Evans. On the other hand, you know, if your opponent is not paying attention, you know, that's on him. Oh yes, Bloby is still giving away pieces for free. Yeah, good game, Evans. You were very focused on chat. I was expecting you to write something interesting because we were having an interesting discussion. And you disappointed me, and somehow I ended up not watching the moves. It's weird. I would have dirty flagged you. Yeah, most people would, Jake. And you couldn't really be blamed for it. It would have been the fair thing to do. Yataman, wow. Oh my gosh. Is Paradise Hotel an international thing, or is it just a Norwegian thing? I think it's like, at the very least, like Denmark and stuff has it as well, I think. But yeah, they always go to some kind of Mexican resort on the Yucatan something. Oh, but you were in Bahia? I guess. I thought they were mostly going to Yucatan and stuff. What's it called? Okay, so I'm up a piece, but actually Bloby got his got more compensation than I was really hoping would be the case. Um, because I'm not gonna lie, his pieces are pretty active, and I'm having trouble getting my rook into the game. But on the other hand, he did give me a piece for free. Oh, Fox version 2019. Oh, so it's very international at the moment, I guess. Yeah, I will never understand it, but you know, it seems to be a big deal for many people. I just blundered another pawn. This is not good. Why didn't I move the rook here? That would have made so much more sense. Now he's gonna sacrifice on this knight as well. You know what? I might currently be in the process of getting crushed. And I have really been mocking Bloby for this silly line against the Petrov. I may have to stop doing that. Wow, I'm actually dead. So much about feeling good about the day, huh? Last time he said he will be preparing this. Yes, Umka, but I actually even double checked with the computer as well. Computer says this line is horrible for white. So I thought I don't need more information than that. My king is just dead. There's absolutely nothing I can do. I can give up my queen and pray, but he has a lot of time left. Okay, we'll try this and see what happens. Hey Alex, hey Perpetual. Ah, sure, Evans, you can get another game. No worries. What? The highlights are gone? Really? No, highlights are still here. You just started streaming? Wow. It's a tough endeavor, Immortal. You're gonna have to stick with it for a long time. Nicola coming in with the 1,000 bits. Thank you so much, Nicola. How are you today? Don't waste your hammers. Yes, I did tell people that, Slumka. I can waste them however much I want, though. They have given me as many hammers as I want. I'm basically just trying to find a move that doesn't checkmate me immediately. But even that's a struggle. Just one move that's not instant checkmate. Is it so much to ask? I just need to stay alive for a little bit more so that I can flag him. Maybe it takes. It's not the worst idea. Okay, let's give it a go. What? The code doesn't work anymore, Kiyataman? What's the score so far? It's not good, Aquila. I was losing earlier and a guy just mercy resigned. I was down a lot of time on the clock. Okay, this is a big success, in my opinion. So if I take the queen, then rook d8 is checkmate. So instead, we should probably take this one, I think. Now here. If I survive this, I'm going to declare this National Day of Celebrations. Do you want to draw? Do you want to draw? I don't want to draw. But yeah, I kind of want to draw because I'm dead otherwise. I cannot believe I saved that. No, I'm not playing on the Lichess Arena, Tryson. Okay, Bloby, well done on getting a draw after blundering a piece on the fourth move. Well done. Impressive stuff. Also, well done to me for not losing this, because that was very scary. Who do you think will grab the last seats in the candidates? MVL and Nepomniachtchi. Balash. Hammer's a little salty. It's okay. I mean, what am I gonna do? I got crushed. I can't really be salty. I can only be happy I survived. It's already announced it will be a Russian player. Yeah. So I said Nepomniachtchi. Hey Aria, how are you doing? It's better than a loss. Yeah, good game, Bloby. Better than a loss for both of us. You know, whenever I start talking about flagging, it's basically just a trick to get people to offer a draw. Make them nervous, you know? If people start thinking about their mortality, they will think less about my king's mortality. Oh no, I said both, Jake. MVL and Nepomniachtchi. Oh, you muted while playing? That's not fair. However will I play my mind games if you mute me during the game? Grishchuk's in? Yes, from what I understand, that is the case, Kasa. E5, that's not very normal, is it? I guess we try to open up in the center. Sniping is more fun though, Slumka. I know because I was stream sniping Jan Gustafsson the other day. Speaking of which, you should check out my YouTube channel with which has the video where I humiliated Jan and made myself the king of the banter blitz. MVL and Nepo would be best two to add. Yeah, but they're also very good players, so they're very likely to make it, I think. I'm glad you like the thumbnail, Kasa. I'm not sure about my color selections, though. I need to work on my aesthetics. I'm out of tea. Ooh, this man is very aggressive. We're gonna first take this one. And then we're gonna take this one. And then probably this one. Or maybe we go here first. Is it weird if I go rook d1? How do you feel about f4? I may have to hide my bishop down here, unless I want to go into an opposite colored bishop thing. I probably don't want opposite colored bishops, right? Let's just take here to be safe. Hey, Petrolex. Okay, what's the next step in our master plan? Probably putting a piece in the middle of the board. It's usually a good strategy. And that strategy has given us the bishop pair. Cyanide is playing a decent game, developing the pieces. He has given away the bishop pair, so I do like my long-term chances. For the moment, it's anyone's game. Respect the bishops. You are absolutely correct, sir. Let's get the bishops into the game, actually. Putting the bishop here is kind of double-edged. Because one thing is that, yeah, it's a good piece and it's controlling a lot of squares. But at the same time, it's more likely to be exchanged off. So I feel like there are some times where it's actually good to kind of keep your bishops hidden away, just to preserve them for later. I think we take with the queen. Check and then knight d7. Completely missed. Okay, knight d7 is still kind of an issue. So let's try to remove the rook from that exposed square and at the same time protect the pawn that was attacked on b2. And now we're a pawn up on an open board with the bishops. So now it's automatic. No problem at all winning this, I think. No, Ryataman, you did not do that. At least give me a chance to ping a guy and tell him to fix it. Did you really, Ryataman? I am so disappointed right now. We played a good game, Bobby. I don't know. It felt very risky to me. I feel like I can probably improve on Black's play in the future. Alex. Oh man. I'm gonna be writing some angry emails right now. Yeah, I don't know, Sergey. I know that Fress told me that according to Dorfman, he says that the bishop pair is better with a pair of knights on the board. Um, which I think is probably true. That was pretty interesting, an interesting concept. The bishop pair better with a knight to kind of accompany them, um, but doesn't give credit to owning the bishop pair is strange. Because bishops working together is pretty powerful. Wow. I'm pinging someone on Slack right now. No, Jake. Full won both. Won both. So are you saying I need to fix this screen because discount code Hammer is not working? Are you sure you didn't just do it wrong, or are you trolling me, Riata man? Because I'm about to move heaven and earth to get that fixed within the next couple of minutes. Oh, Chris is saying that it seems to work. Oh my gosh. Chris is saying it works. Hiyataman saying it doesn't work. Oh my gosh. Do you ever disrespect your bishops by playing the Spanish exchange variation? Yes, Pretia. I also play bishop b5 Sicilians, in which it's quite common to capture the knight on c6. So I have experience in both those things. As a matter of fact, as a younger boy, as a much less knowledgeable chess player than I now am, I was casually giving away bishops in all sorts of positions. I was doing bishop takes c6 against the Berlin, against the Spanish, against the Sicilian. I was giving up bishops left, right, and center. Hiyata man, I mean, wow. Everyone says it's working except you. It's very suspicious. It's hammer all caps. I don't think it's all caps. I think it's all lowercase, but I haven't tried it myself. Honestly, it shouldn't be caps sensitive. It shouldn't matter. Yeah, no, pawn structure is definitely important, Sergey. But at the same time, it's kind of you're not going to be able to make rules of thumb for like every different pawn structure out there. So, you know, it makes more sense. I don't think I was supposed to take that one. I think I did that previously against Fool, and it did not work out very well. I think I made a mistake capturing that one. The rule of thumb is that you cannot make rule of thumb. That doesn't seem unlikely to be true, but you know, for new players, we gotta make some general observations. I don't think Effie has streamed in a while, Red Karu. Clock? No, I'm doing fine on time. What are you talking about? Ooh, knight g6. I did not see that move. And if I go bishop f5, then he has queen takes f5. Am I getting destroyed right now? Again? 2 games in a row? Can you believe it? Oh, there was a riddle? Yeah, I am very fond of people using the code Hyata Man. Hence my disappointment. Let's see what happens. Bishop f5, rook f7. Takes. Something in between. That's not very good for me, is it? Probably it's more prudent to do this. Also very winning. Why rook e7? I guess he wanted to take my pawn. But now he has a problem because if he moves his knight... Oh, let's not pre-move that. If he moves his knight, then I take his rook. And if he moves his rook, I take his knight. That's a big problem. Maybe it only works the first time. I don't think so, Sulumka. But it doesn't work for you either. Okay. My bad then. I'm sorry, people. I'll get it fixed by tomorrow. No, but I mean, you should be able to use it as many times you'd like. If that is the problem, which I doubt, then that's still a problem that should be fixed. Hey, Perinos. '97 was winning. Was it? 97, King H8. I don't know. I didn't see a win. I thought I was okay. Putting my hammers to use before the big crash. Hiyataman has jumped the queue. He thinks that it's gonna get reset today. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, if it was gonna be reset, don't you think it would have been reset already? Speculators are not sure what the effect of the hammer codes are gonna be. Bishop e6. Oh, I could have played bishop h3. That's kind of lazy. That's kind of lazy. I should have played bishop h3. Area is saying bishop c2 after. 97, bishop c2, g6. I don't know. I didn't think this was... I mean, I'm probably worse, but I didn't think it was a disaster. Bishop e6 was winning the rook on the spot. I'm starting to think I'm missing a lot of stuff today. This is not my strongest. Bishop e6. Very nice. That's kind of sweet. He wants to win rating points. Yeah, but Hiyataman, is he really gonna get there? Okay, Hiyataman has jumped the queue. He's challenging me to a 3-minute game, which is very tricky because he's trying to win on time every single game we played. But we're not gonna allow him this time. We're gonna play quickly. Because most of the time, I just don't remember that Hiyataman is the guy who usually does the tricky thingies. The tricky pace. Knight f6 again. He played this against me some other time. And it worked disturbingly well. And then he went some knight g4 afterwards. But we're not afraid. We don't believe in this kind of thing. I regret putting my bishop here. I regret big time putting my bishop here. But now that I've done it, I think I might as well just give up this pawn. No, Vertwitch, I don't think my kind of way of playing chess is necessarily closer than others. However, I would say that I have tried to mimic Magnus's style. Because as a kid, I would... His games would be kind of like the high-level games that I was following the closest. So I definitely mimicked him, but I don't think my... I still think we have very different versions of doing things. For instance, Magnus still has that attacking gene in him, which I just do not. So there's definitely some similarities in our play, which is not an accident. But there's also other stuff, which definitely is. Do you think Magnus is watching Premier League every week? Yes, I do. Queen takes e5. That would have been much better. Yes. Wow. Aquila is correcting my chess moves. What is going on with the world? Is this the last days of the civilization? Aquila in chat correcting my chess moves. Oh my gosh. Is this what the world ending looks like? And that sound was the sound we like to hear, because now someone is going to check whether or not there's a mistake with my discount code. Hey Chaz, how are you guys doing? Aquila spotting a tactic, shame on me. Oh, and it's not the first tactic today I've missed, is it? Is it okay to give him some odds? For instance, time odds by writing unnecessarily long questions like this one. I think that's fair, Petrolix. We had a guy earlier who was winning on account of, me not paying attention because I was doing other things, like looking at chat. And that guy actually he tried very hard to win on time because he was pre-moving for like several moves in a row. And then he decided to resign, that he didn't want to win that way. So yeah, you can do that. But sometimes people will have empathy with a streamer. Just, wow. Slack is so bad. I'm trying to pause my notifications, but it's not working. Whatever. Okay, so apparently you have to write the code hammer in capital letters. So in case you want to renew your Chess24 membership, I guess that's how it's done. Slack sounds gives you PTSD. I'm so sorry. I would stop the notifications, but the stupid Slack is not responding to my request to pause. What am I to do? I mean, I'm actively and aggressively asking to pause notifications, but it's not working. I'm so sorry, everyone who has I'm so sorry, everyone who has an office job and has to use Slack, that it has now interrupted your weekend. Yeah, I did see Magnus changed his Twitter bio. He's savoring the few moments he's going to be the number one in the world. I feel like I'm winning something here. At the minimum, I'm winning something. But I'm looking for the maximum right now. Take, pawn takes. Take, queen takes, take. Looks like an extra pawn. I kind of want to take this one, because if he takes with a bishop, I have e5, which is winning instantly. But I suspect that if I take this one, he's going to take back with a pawn. And then I ended up not winning anything. So I guess we'll take this pawn instead. Ooh, he's actually going to have queen b7. Get the pawn back. In which case, making the trap earlier may have made sense. Queen b7. Really? Let's try to figure out what's going on. So he's attacking 2 pawns at once. I feel like there should be a way of stopping that double threat. But like the worst thing I can do is spend tons of time. Okay, let's do this, see what happens. Even if I have to, getting the queen exchange might be in my favor. You're thinking Magnus should play high stakes poker. You're very cute that you don't think he does. Word, Hiataman. He has played quite a bit of poker in his life. You want a rematch? Does the hammers work like that, Flo? Can you get ahead of people after you've gotten your game? I'm not sure about that. But I guess those rules would need to be specified for the future. And Slumka also coming in just a bit too late with the trying to get in on the jumping the queue action. Okay, so I think my idea was this one, that I would get a passed pawn that would somehow bring me glory together with a bishop pair. If you jump to the front and then someone else also jumps to the front, who's ahead? Ooh, that's a good question, Alex. Would Magnus prefer to win the World Rapid or finish this year as #1 in FPL? I'm pretty sure he prefers the Rapid Championship. I'm really actively clicking pause notifications. It's not working. I don't understand why I'm having this problem. I also had this problem in the past. What was someone saying? File preferences? Notifications. Oh, you wanted me to just turn off notifications completely? I don't think that's a good idea. I just want to be able to turn off notifications when I'm streaming. But for some reason, the program is bugged. And sometimes it doesn't allow me to turn them off. I blundered bishop d6 right now. Is that a big blunder or a little blunder? It's not my finest hour. Okay. I mean, if he's allowing me to just keep on going, I'm gonna keep on going. He can win the Rapid anytime. That is simply not true, Bateman. He has tried to win the Rapid previously and not succeeded. Winning chess world championships is quite a bit harder than Magnus normally makes it look like. I don't really know, Petrolex. You can't really compare ratings across platforms. A lot of people think that rating is like this, just a term, but it's yeah, it's a system. It doesn't work like that. I misplayed this so horrendously. Somehow I let him play bishop b4 and let him block out my bishop. But then I can give a check. Okay, I mean, I'm completely winning, but I'm kind of ashamed of myself for how difficult I've made this look. I'm taking every single one of his pieces. Yeah, it's been a rough chess day today, Aquila. Oh, it's been rough. Hey Abdu, hey Yuka. Every time you watch this show, the video is buffering. I don't think it's on my end, prom night, because no one else has reported that problem. Yeah, good game, Sergey. I don't think they would be able to steal viewers from me, wee whims. But there's probably more than one person on the chess account. The person who's alive doesn't necessarily have to be the same guy typing in chats. Bishop b5 was better than rook fd1. I'm sure it was. None of my moves are to be recommended at the time, right now. People on Lichess are usually 100 to 200 points higher than chess.com. Yeah, but it's like it's not a everything is a separate system. And while they're based on the same mechanics, they cannot be compared. It is, to use a cliche, comparing apples and oranges. They're both fruits, but it's different fruits. Oh, are you taking on f7? No. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm going back to playing main alliance like they did in the good old days. We're doing Kramnik style variations right now. No, Hikaru wouldn't be 3,300 on Elite Chess. Magnus isn't 3,300 on Elite Chess. There's not enough strong players, high-rated players, to make that happen. You think he would? You think Hikaru would beat Magnus's rating on Elite Chess? Okay, yeah, fine. I guess you then also think that Hikaru is a better 1 minute player than Magnus. Oh, really? Your boy is better than Magnus, Aquila? Danya is a bit of a beast. I have said that in the past when I had to play against him. Fortunately, now I don't have to do that as often. But yeah, Danya is the one that destroys me regularly. Whereas playing against Alireza and Penguin, I always felt like I had a chance. Not so much with Danya. Oh, so you think if Hikaru played more often, then he would get 3,300 on Lichess? Maybe, but I don't think so. I don't think their rating system is constructed in such a way that there are enough high rated players for him to make that grind. What do I get this 50 hammers points for? Just for watching the stream, Petrolix. And then when you have plenty of them, you can use them to get advantages, such as the ones Fool and Slumka has illustrated, by getting ahead of line and getting the honor of getting crushed one more time. And getting everyone else in chat mad at them by stealing a spot. I don't know. Channel points, it's because it's so easy to accrue them, right? So it's kind of only fair if everyone is actually utilizing the possibility. You tried, but you did not succeed, Hyata-man. But you tried. Yeah, it's getting very popular, Blowy. I think your completely winning position really didn't help my situation. On the other hand, I do want to encourage people to play this against me, so. I mean, I'm a piece up after all. Yeah, we're doing the Petrov area. I don't know when I'm playing my next tournament, but expect there to be a lot of Petrovs when it does happen. Yeah, but Hiataman, no, Vertvich, I think a lot of people don't really know how the channel point system works. So a lot of people have a ton of channel points and would be able to jump the line. They just don't know how. If you want to troll a hammer, get 20,000 points in raid chess. No, it's fair, wee wimps. If you really earned the 20,000 and you haven't spent it on other things, then, you get the raid. It's fair. Speaking of which, we should have a channel point check. This is a crucial part of any economy. We need to know how big the circulation is. So, if you would be so kind and reveal your secret identity. No, wait. I've been watching too many YouTube Would You Lie to Me clips. Have any one of you seen that show? It's so good. I love David Mitchell. He's very funny. I also recently saw a YouTube. I was on a YouTube video in which he's reading his own autobiography, and he writes this chapter about how he met his wife. It was very sweet. Gondolius, you have 25,000? Are you kidding me? Pizza Racer has 26,000. Yeah, I think we gotta up our prices. Wow, you guys have so many hammers. Oh, Aquila, you know that show? I didn't think Americans knew anything that was even remotely British. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of QI as well lately. Did you know that the Sandra the Toksvig, I forget her first name, Sanda? She's Danish, I believe. At some point was Danish at least. Nicola, if you're around, you're up. Always lurking. Yeah, that's the way to do it, Gondolius. You never thought she was a good replacement for Stephen Fry? I don't know. Replacing Stephen Fry is difficult, but I got the impression she was doing okay. Sandy. Oh, yeah, it was close enough. Is that some kind of weird Danish name? Is Magnus versus Pepe today? I thought it was tomorrow area. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow at like 3 p.m. Pretty early in the day. Magnus is busy right now playing Bullet, you know. Oh no, Nicola is playing the Marshall. I gotta admit, it's a bit of a weak spot in my repertoire. And it's not really the kind of play that's suited to my play style. It's not really boring enough. It was very difficult to find something boring but not completely dry against the Marshall. Yeah, okay, that does sound very Danish, Ulan. Hey, Halvard, how are you doing? No, that was always my master plan, Hyataman. Because we're learning how quickly people gain the hammers, and apparently people are gaining them at an alarming rate. I mean, I'm watching Chap basically for 3 hours every single day, and I still only have 30k channel points. Whereas you guys, almost never stream, and yet you guys have so many channel points. I don't really understand how it works. VOD clipping isn't working. Yeah, sorry about that, Aquila. Video on demand, you know, sub only clipping doesn't work. Feels bad, man. Speaking of which, we're gonna have an announcement about that next week on the 19th. On my 2-year anniversary, I'm planning to make an announcement. This bishop g4 was not a good move. He really needed to go g6 because you want to restrict where I can put my pieces. So number one, I'm attacking f5, but also just the fact that I got to place my knight here is a big deal. Because even if black plays... Oh, let's not pre-move that. Chess.com has the same bug. It's very annoying. It's now going to be very difficult for him to chase my knight away. Because even if he goes g6... Even if he goes g6 in the future... then I'm going to have all sorts of queen g4 creating a pin down towards the king, all that sort of stuff, which is going to be very, very annoying. Alex, it happens. Evan's Gambit can be very tricky. I feel like this is some free stuff. Yeah, the London system probably suits me area. I should look into it. But on the other hand, I would lose a lot of opportunities to diss people for playing the London. You know, one of the best ways of finding a good variation against something is to start playing it yourself. Once I start playing the London with white, I'm probably going to find like 3 lines that are good for black. The Ottoman, those are all pretty good. I think all of them are quite likely to happen at some point. Especially the ding one. Hammer, second for ding. Sounds like a match made in heaven. Fres is doing a banter tonight. In French or in English? Oh, as in right now? I don't want to challenge him though. Because right now we're living off my newfound fame as the banter king on Chess24. Speaking of which, check out my new YouTube video. Trademark pending. But yeah. Hammer wants to announce he got his driver's license. That does not sound very likely to happen. Will he ever play a 3-hour match against Jan? Would be interesting if that ever were to happen. I'm not sure he's in my bracket for the cup. That would be kind of good. Let's give a check. Attack some stuff. Take some stuff. Yeah, he's streaming in French. Yeah. Okay, good game, Nicola. I think when you're playing the Marshall, it makes a lot of sense to be super aggressive. So one of the things I mentioned in my video series is after D3, despite White trying to play these moves that are supposed to prevent the Marshall, actually going D5 here is quite serious. And then it's like something like takes, and Queen D6, something like this. And it's actually still really scary for White, because Black gets his pieces so quickly into play. I don't fully remember the moves, but something like C5, taking control in the center, getting your rook over, and then pushing like Queen G6 and use the F pawn. It's kind of dangerous. Alex, I would never. Carrots for life. He's been eating chocolate-shaped carrots. That would be so good if it was real, though. Hiata man. That would be amazing. No, I think Fres is okay with English. It's my impression, at least. Okay, last time we did this, I got completely annihilated. But I'm dumb enough to give it another go. So I think what happened last time was that I moved my bishop into the game, and then the pawn on b7 didn't really enjoy that. So you know what? Let's just get the queen home. Let's get the queen home and then figure out what to do. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This knight is not having a good time. I thought they meant carrot-shaped chocolate for sure, Ulan. Okay, my pieces are looking horrible. I cannot believe I actually was going to play this opening in a real game. This is like the 2 times I've played this against area is like the worst positions out of the opening I have ever seen. Okay, we got the queen home at least. But I'm basically playing development odds right here. Look at this position. I basically moved one knight around the entire board and put my pawn up to c6. This is actually hilarious. Yeah, if I could somehow get the knight to g8. That would be funny. On the other hand, I mean, I'm still a pawn up. I don't feel too bad. I honestly still think I'm okay. Okay is maybe an exaggeration, but okay-ish. Maybe I can go c5. I think blocking off the position in general should be a priority. Wonder what the evaluation is. Well, a computer will probably say +2. But for a human, it's not that easy. Yeah, I was kind of hoping he wouldn't play that move. But we'll take all his pawns in the center and evacuate our king and hope for the best. Oh, you'll pass on my black repertoire? Yeah, I don't really blame you. I can't really blame you after this start. These couple of moves. It's not great. It's not looking amazing. I'll play quickly and hope that he blunders, but my hope is fading at the moment. I mean, I'm not checkmated yet. I do think knight takes e6 is going to be a problem, but, you know. You live and you learn. So far, still not checkmated. Good times. And I mean, the last couple of moves I've made so quickly. Because when you don't have a choice, at least, you know, you make your moves. There's nothing else to do. That doesn't sound like something you would want to mimic, Sergey. Drunken Master opening. Yeah, sounds about right. I mean, I feel like I'm about to get away from this, no? Forcing the queen exchange. He's going to take on c6. But then I have the bishop pair. Then I have the bishop pair. If you can't make good moves, make fast moves. Honestly, that is so true. That's not even the Aquila school of chess. That's what we were actively taught. At the chess school. Okay, I must admit I had not seen that move. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, we're running with the king to the other side. Okay. We're out of here. I mean, I'm not even material up, which is bad. But on the other hand, I'm not dead, which is good. And somewhat surprising, I think. You're so fast. No one has ever said that to me before, Wigster. That is quite a rare thing to be said in my chat. I'm not too far away now from getting my pieces out. It's still not good, but I feel like we're getting close. I feel like I'm very close to actually getting my pieces out. Ooh, that is true, actually, Norder. I forgot about that one. That's a good clip. Still just trying to stay alive. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. The bishop in an attacking position. The tables have turned. The tables have turned. Ooh, my king is somewhat exposed. Let's give a check. Let's take that queen. Not even nervous. Not even nervous. What do you know? Let's see. We came in this position from this one. Still, that's quite extreme. Ugh. Your endgame is better than your opening. Thank you, Petrolix. I don't think anyone will disagree with that. Yeah, I am fast at times, Wigster. That is true. At times. I feel like it's gotta be close, Halvard. especially considering how many pieces my opponent developed. And also the fact that he has both his pawns kind of, yeah. It took quite the defensive effort. How can you sell the hammer repertoire when you support that message? I mean, I'm trying out new things. And judging from the last two games I've had with Area, I think it's fair to say that this opening is not really something that's going to be featured in my upcoming over the board games. Aquila, Petrolix, Evans Gambit, Armin is the next couple of people. Oh, really? Did you, Somka? Because if you redeem while I'm having time trouble, that's just bad decision making on your part. Did you really? I'm gonna have to double check that. Sorry. Hold your horses. Wait, what is the Star Wars thing? Are they just having a black screen again? Are they just having a black screen? Never mind. And also that delay was quite impressive. Yeah, it's an event. That's what they said the last time as well. Made everyone look at a black hole for 3 days while they fixed their game. Although it was, I really gotta say, it was worth the wait. This Fortnite season has been the best, I would say. I really think it's been, and the new map is so good. But I'm not a big fan of the latest changes, so I am boycotting the game for a couple of days. I don't know how to check who has redeemed. Fortnite doesn't make their... No, Twitch doesn't make their stuff super easy to navigate, I feel. Are we just gonna trust Slumka? That sounds like a bit of a risk to me. Could send a dangerous precedent. What do you mean by raids, Sergey? The Banter Pro Amateur Bug House? Yeah, that would be good. Could have taken this one, no? I have the bishop pair and a pawn up. I have won games with fewer advantages than that. Oh, I'm getting low on time. I don't know. Twitch is difficult to navigate. For some reason, they have like two different settings thingies. And it's making it not making the job easier. We're not going to pre-move because Aquila is the kind of guy who could be watching and then making a tricky move. But now that I established that I'm not pre-moving, I might pre-move. Okay, I gave away some stuff involuntarily, but we're making the dream happen here. It's gonna work in the end. Let's go here. We're probably gonna have to move this queen at some point. Wow, am I getting outpaced? Okay, that's not a good move. That's really not a good move. Do you want to draw? No, he didn't want to draw. Go figure. I tried. Shame on me for playing so slowly. And also shame on me for giving away my queen like that. Oh my gosh. I should have had that completely under control. Today is not my day. It's not my day, Aquila. I think we already established that. But also, Queen F5? Really? Really? Why would you make such a move? Rook E1 attacking my queen? Or Queen F5 going into a completely dead and lost endgame? I blame your moves. I blame your moves. This is my problem with pre-moving against certain opponents. That their moves are very difficult to predict. If I were to pre-move all my moves against someone like Fallujah, I would never blunder my queen like this. Because lower rated players are more, let's say, unpredictable. That's my excuse. 1400, sure. Not anymore, at least. Queen F5, great move. Yeah, Bobby, I guess it worked out in the end. But I was so close to flagging him. If I don't give away my rook, I win that game. Maybe I shouldn't have pre-moved rook e6. Because I knew that he was fairly likely to panic and do something weird. Okay, how are we going to play this? What is the most tilt? Okay, I didn't think I dropped my piece there, I gotta admit. But that certainly is close to the most tilt of openings. I got flagged by Aquila, Flo. You didn't miss anything. You were impressed by Aquila's speed? I almost flagged him. What are you talking about? Oh, yes. I guess the system mistook it for a checkmate, Aquila. You're right. It probably does say checkmate on your end. Must be a programming mistake. Only lost 29 points. 29 is probably the maximum though, Burns. I think also it makes a difference that Aquila only has played like 3 games previously on the server. Yeah, maybe I should have let my time run out. But I still had some hope that I would flag him, Halvard. I didn't lose faith at any point. Yeah, that's not gonna be good. I guess we're gonna have to take this one. Today is a hold day. I thought every day is a hot old day, Wigster. And the worst thing is, yesterday was Friday the 13th. This isn't supposed to happen today. All because of a hammer point scandal. Honestly, you are the reason I lost that Salonka. I'm at this point, I don't even care if you did redeem. You're responsible for this outrage. Yeah, it's a tough life, Riata, man. It's gotten worse at chess. Honestly, I've gotten worse at chess ever since I started streaming. Maybe it's related, but on the other hand, I spent some of my afternoon today watching Eric Hansen make 3,000 blitz rating. And I ask myself, kind of, if streaming is so bad for you, why is this guy crushing everyone? And also, I will have you know, Hiataman, that I am a beast at tic-tac-toe. I beat people in my middle school in a game where beating people really shouldn't be possible. I don't think I'm giving checkmate anytime soon. Actually, maybe I am. Wigster, thank you so much for the 2 months. Check. I lose this pawn, but I checkmate his king, probably. Streaming was bad for Naka, you're in good company. Yeah. Yeah, it would be interesting with more squares. Or would be more interesting. Making it less interesting would be kind of tricky. Okay. I mean, I'm controlling both open files. I'm trying to be sneaky with the checkmate threat. And also I can attack most of his pawns right now. Let's start with this one. Okay, so that was the idea. But now the rook has even fewer squares to move to. My king is going to get a good position here. I think we're winning. Now we're definitely winning. Good game, Petrolux. Hansen is like the original chess streamer. Yeah, but it's still really impressive how he can manage to play at such a level while streaming. It's unbelievable. I cannot get to 2800 on chess.com even when I'm not streaming. Do you think playing chess with hatred helps your chess? No. I think in general, I play worse if I have animosity to my opponent. The secret is the Jaeger bombs? Really? Because I feel like Botes has also tried the Jaeger bombs at times. And she doesn't seem to have that 3,000 within range. Jim is the secret. Ooh, that might be it, Alex. Because then I'm not even interested in being good. If it requires effort, it's a hard pass from me. Yeah, Flo, it's still tricky. Still tricky stuff because Twitch kind of abolished the system I was using. But if you go into chess24.com and you click, actually maybe I should find it. Sorry. If you go to chess24, there's like this special link you can click that should get you to all the streams. Search videos should get you to all the streams. Sorry. Yeah. So in theory, you can go here. But why is it automatically putting you on the newest one? That makes no sense. Yeah, I have a scheduling problem, I think it's fair to say. I need to figure out how I can properly announce to people that when I'm gonna be streaming. I'll try to figure it out. But Botes also goes to the gym. I don't know. Could be fake news. I think she's running, but I'm not sure she's actually going to the gym that much. There's suddenly a lot of my guys are being attacked. I don't like it. The doctor is having his ass handed to him by Ali Reza. Wow. Ali Reza taking down Magnus, that's pretty impressive. I am not in charge of her fitness program. No, Bloby. It's not part of the services I offer. Knight b3 looked pretty good. I gotta admit that I agree. That sounds like a fair assessment. Looked good, yes. Definitely looked good. Aquila has redeemed win against Hammer. Okay, that makes sense, Aquila. The only reason you would beat me is by buying the honor. It all makes sense now. Is that what you wanted to get us to believe? That you bought your victory? You succeeded. That hammer guy is very shady. He would probably sell stuff. Sell his ratings, sell his kidneys. I don't really like where my pieces are going, but I feel like I could have stretched that a bit further, the Ottoman. Normally I wonder if I went too far. Here I wonder if I really did go far enough. I feel like there's a double attack potential here. Now if Queen D6, I have Queen E1. Did not see that move though. That's so bad. Hey Eduardo, how are you doing today? I hope you're playing better chess than I am. I'm about to drop below 2900. Not even kidding. Insulting your viewers seems like a good strategy to grow your viewership. Yeah, it's worked for me so far. Hiatamen we already played, right? So it's Arimin and then who cares about chess? You never play good chess? Yeah, it's been a while since I did as well, Eduardo. It's okay. So long as we play good Fortnite, our priorities change during the course of our lives. There's a point where good chess is important. There's a point where, you know, making sure your babies are fed is important. And there is a point where Fortnite is very crucial. Okay, we're gonna play this line. Oh, I forgot I was playing someone actually good. But I was discussing with Mr. Buddha. He was being concerned about his planned tournament in Las Vegas, and I wanted to play Fortnite. So I may have suggested some openings for him that he could learn so that he wouldn't have to, you know, spend a lot of time not playing Fortnite with me. And it worked. We didn't get any wins though. But yeah, I was recommending something with knight a6. But I mean, because he played b3, the planned setup didn't really work in that line. So we're gonna have to come up with a new plan in this position, a different plan. He's about to play knight e5 and then put something on c6, which is kind of annoying. So we're gonna play rook c8. Hey CJ, how are you doing? And then we're gonna take this one. And now it's kind of tempting to go here. Takes, queen c7. I don't know, I feel like it should be okay somehow. Ivanchuk won a nice game today. Where is he playing, Pizza Racer? Okay, I feel like this was a big success. Because the knight is massively misplaced on g2. And now I'm going to try to give checkmate somehow. I'm also way down on time. Seriously, 5 wins in a row for Alireza against Magnus? That's very impressive. Okay, look at these light squares and tell me whether or not you're scared. If I was this guy, I would be so scared right now. Let's try this. And then this. It's looking kind of dangerous, in my opinion. And rook d8 coming up. Ah, Sichkes? Really? They got Ivanchuk? Wow. They're not even that strong a tournament. And they got Ivanchuk. That's pretty cool. My queen is under attack. I think maybe this is the most accurate. Yeah, yeah. Well, Parham is also good, yeah. But Ivanchuk is a legend. Yeah, Sichkes clearly is pretty strong, yeah. I know Eric was considering playing there. Okay, where do we move the knight to make the worst kind of things happen to the enemy? Okay, I don't really have time to figure out the worst. So we're just going to do enough to get all of his pieces. I think that's fair. It's good enough for us. Checkmate. Do you have a link to the games Magnus is playing? It's probably on someone else's channel, Halfstone. Is there like a direct link you can get to see Drunkenstein's games? Let me see. Watch games? I got it for you. I'm a genius. I know all the stuff. Oh, a lot of people got there before me. I tried, at least. I tried. I don't know, Aquila. I mean, if just some random person was asking, I'm not sure I would have. But Halvestone has, you can also see his badge. He's a long-time supporter. We're eager to help those out. If he'd rather watch Magnus than watching me, I don't really blame him, to be fair. Seriously, Yataman, you don't like the 2-year one? I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Are you using light mode or dark mode, Hyataman? Wow, Aquila also hating on it. I actually kind of like it. In dark mode, I think it looks okay. Yes, Device agrees. Okay, let's just call it a difference of taste and opinion. Yeah, no, in light mode, I can understand that it's not so good. But in dark mode, it's really quite okay. Hey, C Nation, how you doing? C Nation and I got a duo win the other day. That's how we roll. And we were getting some very nice lobbies as well. But I'm boycotting Fortnite. I've been boycotting. I wanted to do a Fortnite stream on Thursday, but I didn't. I might cave tomorrow though. But for now, their silly update with the silly snowballs is being boycotted on my end. Okay, I think that's a double attack. Attacking the king. I mean, these click to move pre-moves, they're so scary. They're so scary. I'm frankly surprised I haven't lost any games to it yet. Although there was a game in the Pro Chess League where I did kind of lose because of it. Wow, I should be allowed to click wherever I want. My choice for making moves is to drag the pieces. I'm a dragger. Don't suddenly freak me out by making some weird pre-move where I'm not dragging but just randomly clicking. Do you know whether it's the real Magnus playing the Lichess event? I mean, I assume it is. I mean, who else would it be? Maybe he's just busy looking at his fantasy team. Too busy to play good 1-minute chess. Click on square equals pre-move the piece that can legally move there. No, Marius, it takes more than that. So first, I need to highlight the knight. So when my knight is highlighted with this green stuff around it, then I gotta be careful what I do. However, by just doing this to a piece, it includes it in the highlight. And if I now click somewhere the queen can actually move, then that move is made. So if I do this and kind of do like, oh, maybe I should do something with this pawn, and then click on some other square in an unrelated event, then the move happens. So when you have a green highlighted piece, you got to be very careful. I mean, it honestly, to me, Marius, it doesn't sound horrible, but the way it's worked in practice, for me, it has not been great. Because chess.com has the same thing. Chess.com has like a thing where you choose between clicking your moves or dragging your moves. And even though I had the setting for dragging moves, it would still make these click thingies. So I feel like when you're already making us choose, then you could at the very least, let us stick with that choice somehow. Maybe Magnus lets Ellen play on his account. I'm not sure Ellen would be number 5 in that tournament. She's good, but I'm not sure she's that good. The new Play Magnus Hit video, give Magnus a bear after each game until you guys can beat him. You make it sound like we cannot beat him ordinarily, Hiyata man. Just saying, last time. You all know the story. Yeah, I'm planning to play the Pro Chess League, Steve Eyes, but I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have. We don't do uptime on this stream. I've been alive for 2 hours, 15 minutes. Should I be scared about this rook pointing down towards my king? I don't think so. I think it's time to just run on the other side. Who is Ellen? It's Magnus's sister. You had some pre-move accidents at ICC? Yeah, I don't really remember. It's been a long time since ICC. I'm almost surprised you know ICC, Marius. I didn't think you had been around for that long. But yes, referring to Magnus as the doctor does kind of increase the likelihood of him being confused for Ellen. I heard Tari was traded to the chess bras. Traded is a bit of a generous term for it, Steve Eyes. He is a quisling who left his team for the highest bidder. Traded is way too generous. But yes, Tari will not be playing for the nose. He's playing for the chess bras. And honestly, the chess bras, their team, I mean, they have made some real reinforcements. They're not messing around this season. It's not that long ago the chess bras actually got relegated. Johann Sebastian is loyal? I don't know. More loyal than Aryan anyway. But on the other hand, we don't really know what he would have done if he got the offer from the chess bras. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to share with you a little secret from the Gnomes camp. Aryan was playing horrendously last season. He was basically lost in every single game, and then somehow he managed to flag a lot of opponents. I don't think we're going to miss him that much. And now would be the correct time for the salt emotes. But yeah, if you abandon the team, we'll do fine. We'll do fine without him. I did not. Airbnb review mysterious Norwegian Grandmaster. Can I get the play-by-play, Somka? The quick walkthrough of what happened. So should we take this pawn? Probably. The more the merrier, right? So do you guys have any free agents? We're trying to get Grandelius, but there is a Swedish team as well, so I don't know if we're favorites to get Nils. Also, he has a pretty busy schedule. And also, I'm not managing the team anymore, so I'm not really that into the loop. I got a message from the new team captain, which was like, I assume you know this, but Aryan has switched to the chess bras. And I'm like, why would you make that assumption? I have no information anymore. I guess the assumption was made that Aryan would actually tell someone that he was leaving the team, but he didn't do that either. Who's the new manager? It's Tisdal. But yeah, free agents is gonna be a big thing in the Pro Chess League this season. because they removed the rating cap and they allow teams to have 2 free agents. I'm not a big fan of what they did. It's not really. It makes no sense to call it kind of nation teams anymore because half the team is free agents anyway. So, but whatever. Oh wow, Pizza Racer! Even on a Saturday, you're keeping your schedule. That is someone taking their sleep very seriously. I wish I had your discipline. Good night, Pizza. Holvard is available? Yeah, but unfortunately for Holvard, at this point, anyone below 2550 is not really in contention. That's the result of the changes they made. Because the Good Night, the chess pub, really wanted to be a part of it. And they wanted to do like marketing around the pub and stuff like that. But it was just very difficult to make happen because they wanted to do like some competitions that, if you win a tournament at the Good Night, then you would be allowed to play for the Gnomes in the next round. Something like that, right? And, when it's no rating cap, but also tons of free agents allowed, that just, you're not, yeah. And the Gnomes in general is not really competitive anymore as a result of the changes. So we're just playing to play, I suppose. Because it's better than not playing. I really dislike how I played this. All my pieces are in really dumb squares. Yeah, I'm not liking a single piece placement here. I might just go here. Oh yeah, Steve Ice. You asked you made the right comment. I didn't even notice your comment, but what I said is basically rehashing your assessment that the Gnomes with the new format will not be able to do what we have been doing, fielding an all Norwegian team. Wow, Marius. Chess Cube. As a kid, I was trying out all of these different websites, but I never actually played on Chess Cube. I played on chess.net. I don't know if anyone is old enough here in chat to know chess.net. It was actually quite a cool place. I don't know what happened to it. I'm still hating my piece placements. Let's try this move. How many players are above 2,500 in Norway now? I don't really know. 7? Yeah, still not liking my position. Seven is close. Yeah, but that kind of makes it sound like it's not correct, though. And when we're at that small a figure, then you kind of need to have it correct to be close, to my mind. You played at Fix in the mid to late 90s? OG Ulan. That's before my time. I remember one of my earliest ever chess memories is playing the Kasparov versus the world internet voting match. And I remember one of the chess experts was Irina Krush. But yeah, that's probably my earliest chess internet memory. I was playing before I really was playing chess properly. I was playing at the MSN Microsoft Gaming Zone. That was not a good server. There was a lot of cheating. And to this day, I don't fully understand how they could cheat so easily. People were making like 3 moves in a row. But on the other hand, I have always been a user of computers and stuff. I never really understood. I never really got the grasp of how they actually work. My opponent has the bishop pair. It's not great. Wow, Fix is toxic? Really? Do you know Irina? No, not really. She's been to Norway a couple of times. But I don't really know her. I can take on d6 in the end. No, because then he has... I'll show you what I was calculating afterwards. I don't think it works. F4, but it's compensation. Oh, I'm very low on time. Okay, I guess we're doing it. Okay, he didn't find the solution. He had a better move. Now I'm very scared he's going to take my knight at some point. Okay, now I'm less scared about that. Oh, he's going to sacrifice, isn't he? Let's get the queen back if we're allowed. Oh, that's a big problem, actually. Yeah, let's go back. That was very scary. Some queen g5 situation. I'm just blundering all my pieces. But as long as he's spending time, I guess that's good for me. Checkmate! Actually, it's not checkmate. e5 is hanging. Oh, bad luck. So close. Wow, he resigned. Okay, sometimes the threat of checkmate is good enough if your opponent doesn't see how to defend against it. Wow, I didn't know. I thought Fix was supposed to be the bug house place. I don't understand why they're toxic then. Yeah, good game, Norcup. I wasn't paying enough attention to the time. You had an escape there at the end. The queen could have given a check and gotten back into defense. I thought I had ended the game, but turns out I was wrong. Who needs time anyway? I mean, most of the time, I don't need it. Normally, I get away with some poor time management, Marius. This was one of them. Aquila was one where it did not work out as well. As good. Whatever. I have to go to the store today. Also, I tweeted today. Yeah, I wanted to talk about this. You guys right now are basically going to be my outlet of anger. In Norway, stores are closed on Sundays. And it's basically, the reason is that it's kind of leftover from religious times when people actually cared about religion. Because it's kind of deemed Sundays are the day of rest. And so we shouldn't be shopping on Sundays. And now, going up to the biggest, most shopaholic season of the year, which is Christmas, which is also kind of the most important Christian holiday or celebration in Norway. For some reason, nowadays, the stores are open on Sundays, but regularly they're not. Normally they're not. So I tweeted my frustrations. I am one of those people who think that the shops should be open on Sundays every day, every week. But I find it massively ironic that the period where the stores actually are open is also the number one Christian holiday of the year. So Christianity making sure that no one can shop on Sundays unless it's Christmas presents. Yes, Marius, we've had this discussion before. And I have not changed my opinion on the matter. Wow. And I got so much more responses on my Twitter to that, my grumpy tweet about what's going on with the stores being opened than I get for any of my chess tweets. What do you know? I should become more like Torstein Ba. I should have more politics in my tweeting. I have an audience who doesn't care about chess that much. So I should stick to politics. Old man yells at cloud is universal. Oh man. Am I an old man now? I don't know. I think it's fair to kind of point out the weirdness of Okay, actually I'm almost winning a piece here. Because this bishop is not having a good time. I don't know what I was thinking, but winning a piece, I am definitely not. How on earth did I think that was going to be a big success? Okay, we're back to the big success. I'm wasting so much time looking for a checkmate. I might as well just take all of his pieces instead. Does anyone care about politics anymore? Matt Rail, what do you think about the British elections? How are we feeling? Politics have not really brought us a lot of good moments the last couple of years. When will you pull a Botes and do a politics stream? I don't think she fully did it though. Did she? I mean, she brought on. She did bring on. What's his face? Ruben. She did bring on Ruben, but mostly she just stayed away from the politics herself and just let Ruben speak all the time, which, you know, I'm not against. I find Ruben quite interesting, but still, it's not like it was primarily her politicking, I feel. I'm very low on time. I don't understand how that happened. Zugzwang. Okay, it wasn't Zugzwang. That's kind of disappointing. Also problematic for my time management. Oh wow, he pre-moved back. That's clever. Modern politics giving comedians a lot of good material, though, I don't think that's true. I think comedians were doing just fine in the past as well. Now I feel like it's more despair. Wow, Percy, I'm so sorry. This was your safe place. And now we started debating Norwegian politics of Sunday open stores, which is actually interesting. The politics of this is interesting. So the left side and the left parties in Norway, they are against having stores open on Sundays. Because they are kind of there, you know, you gotta be nice to the workers. You can't force workers to work on, you know, Sundays and bad hours. I don't know, as if there aren't like 15 other industries where working on Sundays is mandatory. But I guess they want to avoid another one getting into the mix. And then you have like the most conservative party in Norway, which is like the Christian party, and they are usually considered like center right. They are of course massively against this because you have to keep the Sunday, the day of rest. Hviledagen må være hellig. So you got to keep that the day of rest holy, and then you have like the three right-wing parties or center-right parties who think that, of course, stores should be allowed to be open at whatever time they feel like. Here we go again. Yeah, Marius. Here we go again. I don't know how many Norwegians are watching versus how many foreigners. But I really do believe that while it's normal for Norwegians to think, oh yes, of course we should be closed on Sundays, I think there are a lot of foreigners who think that's very strange, which is why I'm doing the whole to-do. Because I think being closed on Sundays is very strange. Oh no, trackpad. For retail jobs, allowing them to be open on Sundays allows students to work part-time jobs. No. That forces students to do the jobs that no one else will want to do. And, and also it forces shift work on... No, that's also bad. I forget the reasoning because I don't really believe in any of the arguments, but... And that's kind of on me. You should always know the arguments of the opposition or of the opposing point to yours. But no, apparently the students having part-time jobs is not a good thing. I think there was some argument against that specific one as well. What's Venstres position on Sunday open stores? Marius, funny you should ask. They are pro having stores open on Sundays. But being Venstre, They have, on multiple occasions, gone against their party program and instead just done whatever they felt like in the moment, irregardless of their kind of philosophy or, general view of the world. So Venstre, as Venstre does, they just do their own thing. Needless to say, I used to be a Venstre voter, and I am not anymore. I got too frustrated. Well, you had to say whether or not you took a job, Marius. Yeah, okay, that's a fair addendum, Ulan. Not fiscally conservative, but socially conservative. Venstre's position is as many as there are Venstre politicians. That's a pretty good one, Marius. It's very good, actually. Probably you stole it off something. Okay, let's do two more games. We have Crypt and then Perunos. Travel tips in Norway for February. That's pretty rough, Jake. Norway is not the best place in February for people who are not eager to either ski or skate. Did I just allow Queen e6 check? I think I did. He didn't play it though. He's not paying attention either. That makes two of us. Hey Matt Frail, thank you so much for the 2,000 bits. I'm glad you caught the stream as well. However much we're drudging up sad news of British elections. I actually forgot to read your reply. Chat was moving. At least stores don't close at 5 p.m. during weekdays like they did in the good old days. Yeah, that is true, Ulan. We've gotten a bit more liberal about opening times for stores. But it's still kind of depressing walking through downtown Oslo and like having these major shopping streets completely void of people. I don't know. Feels like good. Yeah, I know. I've already touched upon this. You're glad Corbyn is gone. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't fully understood who this guy is. Not sure about Brexit. I don't know. I think Brexit is mostly going to affect British people, right? Because it's like the British government that's going to have to renegotiate all their trade deals. And it's British companies that's going to have to, be part of new systems. Brexit will mostly be felt by the Brits. I'm pretty sure. So I guess the rest of us doesn't really have to care. Yeah, sure, Marius. It's just that I try to keep an open and tolerant mind when discussing politics and so on and so forth. But the arguments, people who argue for stores being closed on Sundays, that is, yeah, I get very aggressive. Because it's just, I know you're supposed to argue against their points, but sometimes you just, yeah, it gets to me. I feel like, oftentimes I feel like they're arguing in bad faith. Okay, I really dislike my position. We're gonna have to do this. Brexit will also affect the US and EU indirectly due to trade. Maybe. But to a consumer, I mean, maybe as a whole. But to a consumer, do you really think you're going to notice the kind of changes in trade deals and stuff like that? I'm not sure. Some people only have 2 days to do shopping, or 1 day in my case. Mr. Burns, in my case, I mean, I, in theory, could work any day of the week. I mean, in my case, it doesn't make sense in any way, shape, or form. Because I have work that's very non standard, I need kind of my options of shopping and otherwise other stuff to be very non-standard as well. Okay, let's go back. Let's just make a draw. Let's make a draw because we're a peaceful stream. Peaceful stream, making a draw. And I am tricking this guy because I don't want to draw. I'm just saying draw so that he keeps thinking. Because I am about to beat him on time. Get tricked, dude. I'm taking all of your pawns. Should have watched more of the stream. Should have known how much of a tricky guy this hammer dude is. Oh. Time's out. What a way to win a game. Just make them believe you're going to make a draw because you're 20 seconds behind on the clock. They end up thinking for 15 seconds whether they want the draw. And then you turn on the pace. That's how we do it. Top 2 political parties in Canada are unwilling to take climate change seriously. Yeah, I mean, in that light, I guess my crusade for Sunday shopping is not that significant. And I would say that Norwegian government doesn't really have a history of taking climate change very seriously either, but it's fair enough. This year I voted for the Green Party in Oslo. They're doing an amazing job of creating like bike lanes and stuff like that, which is very nice for me, seeing as how I don't have a license, together with all other Norwegian chess players. So that's good, but it's not really. As a chess player, I'm also my air travel is more significant than most other people. So I'm probably not the person who is the nicest to the environment. But I do think the fact that I don't drive does help out in some way. pumping up all the oil and killing all the whales. I'm not sure killing the whales is such a bad thing, Marius, but the the oil part and the burning the oil part is not great for Norway's standing as a climate change front people advocates. The Norwegian Green Party must be very liberal. Well, the thing is, they claim to be able to go to either side, but they're lying. So they say that they will go to whichever bloc can give them the most kind of promises from an environment perspective, but they're really lying. They're left wing, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. In general, Norwegian politics, all the parties are the same. Because, you know, what's being debated in the US about, like, you know, social security and health insurance and stuff like that, none of that is being debated in Norway. Because all the parties are in a line that, you know, our current system is the one we're going to continue having for the future as well. And so therefore Norwegian politics is much more the smaller things, such as Sunday open stores. They have one seat in parliament. Yeah, they had a disappointing election, Jake. But they're probably going to be stronger next time in 2 years. Anti-whale is a rare position to take. At some point, Trackpad, whaling was a huge Norwegian industry. And also whaling is the reason that Norway has huge territories in Antarctica. Can you imagine 100 years ago traveling to literally the other side of the earth? Okay, maybe not literally, but from pretty close to the North Pole to actually pretty close to the South Pole. Whaling has been... I think its significance on Norwegian history has been understated. Should young players play online chess or not? Yes, random name. They should. They should play it a lot. Not too much, but not nothing. And too much is really, you know, that's Fortnite kind of levels. Too much. Also, whales are super fun to murder. I don't know. But I mean, they're actually using... I mean, can you imagine killing a beast, such a giant creature, with a harpoon? And the concept itself just amazes me. And I don't think they were doing it for fun, Marius. I think that's... I mean, they were doing it to make a living. I don't think anyone is out on sea for months at end for fun. So is Alejesa playing too much? No, I don't think so. It's important to be playing Blitz. It's important to kind of have fun with chess. Magnus and I mean, we also played a ton as kids. It's better than not playing anything, right? It's just there was this girl. I wasn't coaching her, but I was kind of giving her advice on what was needed if she wanted to achieve her goals. And she was a young girl. She was like 12 years old. But one of the things she didn't do is she didn't play chess online. And that was kind of the first thing I said, that you have to play chess online. Because otherwise, you're not going to get enough practice And also you're gonna have like problems with your instincts and intuition, and because frankly playing chess is, it's you need volume. You need to be doing the same thing many times. And that's true for basically everything you want to be good at. You need to have experience, and you need to have your intuition, and you need to have your instincts in place to know how it's done before you even start. So that it's unconscious, right? That no, subconscious. So like the first thing I told her is that you got to play online, and especially girls are prone to spending way too much time in their games, especially when they're young. I mean, I had the same problem, so it's definitely not just a gender thing, but it was also discussed in the London conference. Recently concluded that they had a big conference on like women in chess, and had some people who actually researched and had something to show to other than just speculations. But one of the conclusions that were made is also something I feel like there was anecdotal evidence for, which is that girls struggle with this perfection syndrome, which is horrible for chess, horrible for your time management, because sometimes perfection is the enemy of good, which is a very nice quote. And it's also often true that you gotta, sometimes you gotta be happy with making a good move instead of looking for a perfect move, because 20 moves down the line, you're gonna sit in a situation with just 5 minutes left on the clock, and then it doesn't really matter whether you played a good move or a great move, because if your opponent is still alive, there's a big chance you're gonna blunder away the entire game. And then, yeah, time management is a tricky thing. Grishchuk is a perfect example of what you're not supposed to do. I don't know. Grishchuk's time management has worked well for him, but I think it's fair to say that he's an exception, and that spending all of your time at the beginning of the game is not really always going to turn out as well for you as it does for Grishchuk. Wow, Chris is being very philosophical. Is it worse to kill one whale or 10,000 chickens? And Gooch responds with chickens are bred to be killed. Yeah, that's an interesting concept from both guys. But also, that's a discussion that is. Actually, I don't care too much about it. And so I'm not gonna indulge it. Would be interesting, I'm sure. But veganism and kind of that concept is not really. I don't have really strong opinions on it. It's more fun to discuss topics on which you actually have some knowledge and or opinion. Are whales edible? Yes, for sure. Oh, this isn't Blitz. Wow, 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 wow. I got tricked. I got tricked. Thank you so much, Halvard, for letting me know. Also, thank you, me, for actually reading chat for once. This is not Blitz. I did not check the time control when accepting the challenge, but it's okay. Okay, I could have played c4. That would have won a piece. This is winning a queen, so that's fine. Did not check the time control, but it's fine. It's fine. We caught it in the end. Frankly, I've been playing the entire stream today. Only realizing that it's a bad situation once I have 20 seconds left. This was chill in comparison. This is why you're a good mod, Hallvard. Yeah, thank you. I would have known. I would have known when I was down to 20 seconds, because that's when it starts showing the decimals on the clock. But I'm thankful you let me know early, and we were able to get the win. Oh, really random name? Magnus kept his lead? That's pretty cool. I have so many points on the bench. I'm not feeling like opening FPL right now. Ulan gifts a sub to Monkey Chess, to Roland. And with that, he has gifted 64 subs, which normally I wouldn't shout out, but I think the 64 number is so significant in chess that it's worth a mention. Thank you so much, Ulan. We value 64 over 69 in this stream. CC. And Halvestone with the 15-month resub. Thank you so much, Halvestone. Okay, I'm done. My next stream is going to be... It's not going to be tomorrow. Maybe I'll do some Fortnite tomorrow, but I know there's a few guys out there who's not a crazy Fortnite person like me. And I'm not doing Monday because I have a thing. So I think the next stream is Tuesday. Tuesday at 7 p.m. at the same time. Also, we're going to do Thursday and we're going to do Friday. There's going to be streams. There's no need to plan. Well, I'm going to be interrupting your Christmas planning, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There's going to be plenty of streams. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Was Magnus streaming? I guess he wasn't, right? I got to figure out where we're going to send this raid. Who are the chess people? Botes is playing against... I don't know how to pronounce her name. Chi? Rosen is doing Titled Arena. I think we're gonna send it over to the match. Good. I'll see you on Tuesday, everyone, and make sure you send Alexandra some of those Hammer Raid emotes. And wish her good luck on her encounter against a significantly higher rated opponent. Don't stream Sunday, I'm going shopping. That's very good, Lizard. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you around. Hopefully on Tuesday, maybe on Sunday. I know one thing that's for sure. I will not be shopping tomorrow. See you around.